Welcome or welcome back. My name is Alex, and today I am here with a flow that I would just kind of do on my own or regularly teach. Kind of a feel good, what I personally like. Let's walk our hands out in front of us. Start in a child's pose. So arrive in your space. Arrive to your experience. Relax the temples and shift the breath to in and out through the nose. Relax the stomach and breathe all the way into the belly. And press up to a tabletop. Bring the knees to about mat width distance, and we're going to draw some circles with the hips down and around from the right forward almost all the way into an upward facing dog. Switch directions, go to the right. This is a time to explore where the weight is distributed in the palms. All right, come back to center. Tuck the toes and hover your knees just about an inch off of the mat. We're still breathing through the nose. Feel some heat build. Inhale. Exhale back to downward dog. Pedal out through the feet, bending one knee at a time. And then keep a soft bend in the knees. Walk the feet up to the hands. Hang in a forward fold. Separate your feet a little bit so you can ragdoll. And I like to bend and straighten all the way a few times to get everything moving through my legs. Let's bring the toes and heels to touch. Bend the knees so you can relax over the legs. Right away, draw the core in, press down through the heels. As you build your way up to standing, relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Think good posture, so drop the tailbone and use this moment to connect to your practice, to whatever brought you to the mat today. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's the present moment. Inhale, sweep your arms wide and overhead. Keep the palms about shoulder width, elbows are soft. Inhale, lengthen, reaching up. Bend the knees, exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Check that the left knee is over the left ankle. And on an inhale, lower the right knee. Draw the shoulders back. Feel the right hip flexors. Long exhale, press it back to pyramid pose. Try to straighten both legs. Lunge. Lunge twist. Leave the right hand down. Left arm reaches up. Left hand back down to the mat. Press up to a forward fold. Keep the knees soft so you can drape over your legs. Press up to stand. Arms continue overhead. Let's hold the left wrist with the right hand and pull up. We're not going too far, just a side body reach. Lift up, switch out the grip. Hold the right wrist with the left hand and pull up and over to the side. Release back to center. Seal the palms. Index finger releases. Press down through the feet and just shift your gaze up. Continue to breathe through the nose, reaching. On an exhale, forward fold all the way. Left foot back to a lunge. On an inhale, lower the left knee, draw the shoulders back, left hip flexor. On a long exhale, press it back to pyramid pose. I'm staying on fingertips the whole time for length. Come back through to a lunge, lunge twist, left hand down, right hand up. Fingers spread wide. Right hand down, press up to the top of your mat, forward fold, keep the knees soft, and press up to standing. Let's pause, find good posture for a moment. Reconnect to the breath. Inhale, arms above your head. Seal the palms, index fingers release, and shift your sternum up toward the ceiling, the gentlest of back bends, reaching and lifting. Lift up through normal standing, forward fold. Right foot back to a lunge. Pull in the lower belly. Inhale, lower the right knee, draw the shoulders back. On an exhale, press it back, pyramid pose. Lunge, lunge twist, right hand down, left arm up. Left hand down inside of the left foot. So toe heel the left foot out a few steps and stay propped up because we haven't been at it that long. Feel that initial stretch in the front of the right hip flexor. Feel it build over a few rounds of breath. If you need more, you'll lower the chin and pull the lower belly in. And release. Toe heel the left foot back to in between your hands. Lift the back knee and press up to a forward fold. Let's keep the knees soft a little bit longer. We're still stretching the entire back body. Press up to stand. Arms overhead. Seal the palms. Back bend. Keep breathing and reaching. Lift up. Forward fold. Left foot back to a lunge. Draw the lower belly in as the hips start to open. Lower the left knee, shoulder blades back, lift the gaze. Long exhale back, pyramid pose. Lunge. Lunge twist, left hand stays down, right arm opens up. And bring the right hand down to inside of the right foot. And let's stay propped up on fingertips or a block. Use the breath to encourage a deeper stretch all the way down into the hip flexor. And release. Bring your foot back in between the hands, tuck the back toes and lift the knee. Press up to a forward fold. Let's linger here as we start to lengthen the back body even more. Press down to lift up. Arms overhead. Back bend. Keep breathing through the nose. Lift up, find regular standing, and then forward fold, soft knees. Hi, Caesar. Inhale, halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. And from here, set the hands down and step it back to plank. press the mat away. We're going to hang here and build some strength. Pull in the lower belly, puff up through the shoulder blades. Lengthen out the breath. Focus on the breath. Lower all the way down to the mat. For Cobra, tops of the feet are down. Feet are close together. Flex the toes against the mat to engage the legs. Roll the shoulders back. Halfway lift. Hold here for a moment. You can hover the hands. Lower down. Press up to a strong tabletop and all the way back to downward dog. Pedal through the feet. Moving through the legs, just feeling out where you are today. And then lift up onto your toes. Place the nail bed side of one foot on the mat and rock a little side to side to stretch out through the front of your foot. And switch sides. Stay lifted. Tops stretching through the toes and the knuckles. Downward dog. Step the right foot up between the hands for a lunge into a crescent lunge. So we will lift the upper body up. Keep the back knee soft for now. Focus on getting the shoulders over the hips. Relax the shoulders down. And bring your arms overhead. Keep them shoulder width, palms facing each other. And my elbows are actually soft, so I can focus on pressing into the right foot without getting taller, just more into the pose. Float the hands down to frame the right foot. We're in a lunge. Inhale, lower the left knee, lift the gaze. Feel the hip flexor continue to open up. Long exhale back into pyramid pose. Lunge. Lunge twist, left hand down, right hand up. Right hand down. Crescent lunge. Try to stay low as you lift your upper body up. Now you'll start to press the left thigh toward the ceiling. Start with soft arms and then begin to lengthen the fingertips toward the ceiling as you unbend and pressing down through the feet. Float the hands down to frame the right foot. Step it back to a plank. Let's take a few breaths here. Doesn't take that much. Press the mat away. Feel the core pull in. Exhale back to down dog. Upward facing dog. Lift up onto the toes and ripple through the spine. Leave the knees bent, toes tucked. Lift the chin. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Left foot steps up between the hands, crescent lunge. So keep in mind that we are going to go a little deeper into the hips by the way of taking our time to get there. Stack the shoulders over the hips, keep the back knee soft, get a little bit lower into the front knee, arms overhead, palms face each other. And I'm going to keep my elbows soft because that's going to keep the hands more over the shoulders. And I know that once this gets more comfortable, it'll be easier to extend. Let's float the hands down to frame the left foot in a lunge. Inhale, lower the right knee, lift the chest. Exhale back. Try to straighten both legs. Lunge. Lunge twist. Right hand down, left hand up. Left hand back down. Crescent lunge again. Stay low. Get yourself set up and then try to press the right leg straight. You're not stretching the Achilles, by the way. We're stretching through the toes and the feet. Begin to unbend the elbows as you pull the core in and lengthen. Slow down the breath. Hands to the mat. Lunge into plank pose. Hang here. Pull in the core. Breathing through the nose. Downward dog. Upward facing dog. Lift onto the toes first. Tuck the chin. And lift the chin at the end. Inhale. Exhale back to down dog. Look between the hands. Walk or hop forward to a forward fold. Oh, that's not good. And linger here. Maybe soften the knees. Press up to stand. Stand tall. Lower the tailbone. Connect to the breath. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. Ankles are under the wrists. Toes are pointing forward so that both feet are parallel to the side or the short edges. Turn the right toes out. Find warrior two. Bend into the right knee. Keep your left foot flat. Shoulders relax down. And draw towards one another. Don't have to go too far. We're going to keep working. So just feel these initial stretches. One pumping warrior. We're going to inhale slowly, straighten the right leg. And lift your arms overhead. Seal the palms. Exhale as you sit back down a little bit deeper. Relax the shoulders and draw them together. Fingers are sealed. Straighten the right leg. Turn the right toes to face the front and lean forward, hands on the mat. Keep both feet flat as you bend into the right knee. We're going to walk over to the right and stretch the left inner thigh, the outside of the left ankle. Lengthen out the breath intentionally. And press back up. Bring your hands to right underneath your line of vision. Leave the right hand down. Twist the left hand open to the left. Press down into the right with the right hand. Left hand down. Bring your hands to hips to come up. And turn your right toes out. Bend into the right knee. Warrior two. Sit a little deeper. Press down through the left edge of the left foot. Press the right sole of the foot down. And straighten the right leg. Turn your right toes in, left toes out. Warrior two, left side. Bend the left knee. Pull in the core, shoulders over the hips. Arms side to side. Press down through the right edge of the right foot. And appreciate taking breaths in this pose. One pumping warrior. Slowly engage the core, pull it in, and press the left foot down, straightening the leg, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your left leg, turn the toes to face forward. Lean forward. Both feet are flat as you bend into the left knee to stretch the right inner thigh. Not sinking too much into the left foot. There's still a little bit of strength happening. Walk back to center. Leave the left hand down this time and twist open to the right. Press down and to the left. Right hand down. Hands to hips for balance. Stand up. Warrior two, left side. Sit down and reach side to side. And straighten the left leg. Turn the toes in, or walk your feet in a little bit. Heels in, toes out. Place your hands on top of the knees. And drop the right shoulder forward. Left shoulder blade draws back as you press the right knee away. Switch sides. Left arm forward. Right shoulder blade drawing back. Come back to center. Let's straighten the legs. Reach your arms overhead. Arms are straight. Press down through the ball mounds of the feet. And step to the top of your mat. Toes and heels touch. Sit back in chair pose. Engage the core. Wiggle the toes. Keep the back of the neck comfortable and reach the fingertips away from the tailbone. Palms touch. Stand up. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Back bend, seal the palms, lift up, and breathe. The hips can go forward so slightly, but you're lifting up more than anything else. Reach up, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands on the mat, separate your feet about mat width, and sit down into a squat malasana. Seal the palms, lower the palms away from the chin, press your elbows away from each other. Try to flatten the heels, but if not, you can put a towel or a blanket there. Release your hands to the mat in front of you. Toe heel your feet back to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And from here, step it back to plank pose. Pull in the core, press the mat away. All you have to do is hold this. And breathe. Shift your weight forward. Let's lower all the way down to the mat. Rest your forehead on your left fist and pull the right foot in toward the glute for a quad stretch. Press the hips down. Switch sides. Using the hand for a pillow, use the left hand to push the left foot toward the glute. And release. Let's press up to a tabletop and try to leave your hands there as you press into the palms and sit all the way back into a child's pose, lengthening the whole back, stretching the shoulders away. Tabletop, downward facing dog. Right leg back and up. Point the toe, squeeze the right glute, press extra into the right palm to level the shoulders, left heel down. Bring the right knee behind the right wrist for pigeon. Relax the hips. You might put a block or a pillow underneath your right hip. Try to square your hips to the top of the mat and lengthen out before you soften forward. Focus on the length of each breath and focus on reconnecting, recommitting. Lengthen the inhale, and on the exhale, smooth out any tension that crept up. Press into the hands. We're going to sit up, and you will either stay here and practice lifting, back strength, or if you'd like to try bending the back leg, reach with the left hand to pull the foot in towards you. Rotate the right shoulder back so that we're not opening up too much just to reach for the foot. Release. Press up to a lunge. So walk the foot in between the hands, tuck the back toes, and lift the knee. Inhale, lower the left knee, lift your gaze. Long exhale, pyramid pose, stretch out the front leg. Lunge, crescent lunge. Leave the legs as much as you can exactly where they are. Lift up, press the right leg up, left leg toward the ceiling. Lift the fingers, shoulders down. Hands back to the mat. Plank pose. Hold this plank, let everything come back. Downward dog. Take any movements you need for a couple of breaths. Left leg backing up, point the toes, squeeze the left glute, and then press into the left palm to keep the shoulders level. Reach, press the right heel down. Pigeon left side. Modify as needed. Left knee behind the left wrist. Adjust your hips to be square to the top of the mat, shoulders down and away from the ears. Lengthen and soften forward. Smooth out any tension that might have snuck in there. And that could mean relaxing a foot, your jaw, a thought. Press into your hands to sit up and use blocks or your fingertips lifted. And option 2, bend the back leg. For the quad stretch, you'll be drawing the left shoulder back this time. Release. Press into the hands. We're going to set up a lunge. So you're going to bring the left foot back between the hands, lift the back knee. Inhale, lower the right knee. Pull in the core as the hips open up. Lift your gaze. Long exhale back to pyramid pose. Lunge. Lunge twist. Right hand down, left hand up. Left hand down. Once more, crescent lunge. See how still you can leave the legs as you lift the upper body up. Hands are shoulder width and lengthen the fingertips to unbend the elbows. Right leg is pushing toward the ceiling. Float the hands down, lunge. Plank pose, left foot steps back. Hang here, feel everything come back. Downward dog. Upward facing dog, ripple through, and let's stay here. Untuck the toes and lean on your left hip. Look over the right shoulder for the right back corner of your mat. Switch sides. Right hip down, look over the left shoulder. Bring it back. One more lift through the front of your body. Inhale. And exhale. Child's pose. Make your way through it. Cat back. Knees are closer together. Bring your hands back by your sides. Forehead down. Shrug the shoulders. Make your way up to a seated position. Sitting comfortably, sitting nice and tall. Just feel your whole body through, scan it out. One final breath together, please. Inhale, arms overhead, reach up and out of the waist. Lift a little bit more. Long exhale down through heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.